welcome at ASYS TV. We are here in Rabat during the 8th Africa Student and Youth Summit. I'm really glad to receive today Mrs. Merline Handfield Ulysse, founder, directing manager of Yelah. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Welcome in Morocco.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to be here.
So you had a great panel today about what innovation are impacting the new concept of work, the changing landscape of work, and your intervention was really rich. Can you share with us your point of view and your feelings about this thematic?
I think it's really important. We have to accept the fact that the world is changing and we have to evolve as the world is evolving. So we spoke at length about artificial intelligence, digitization and digitalization, how that is going to affect us in a positive and a negative ways. But it's all depending on how we perceive things, because every problem gives us the opportunity to find a solution. And through that solution, we'll become innovators because we are solving problems. So I think for me personally, I welcome the change, but I do know as well the adaptation that need to be made, and how ready we are to adapt to the new concept of work that I am not too sure about how ready we will be. So we just need to think about that and see how best we can navigate through it.
Nice. So I would like to know exactly about Yelah. What is your organization do?
Yelah is a youth-centered organization. It stands for Youth Empowerment, Leadership, and Anti-Crime Hub. So we create a platform for young people who are at risk to be probably victimized or find themselves in a position where they are not happy at home, they are not happy at work because they are from a different background or ethnicity. So we have that. Acceptance is not 100% anywhere in the world. People might judge you because the way you speak, the way you look, the kind of food that you eat. And nowadays, because our human contact reduces, so we internalize things, we don't speak. We don't really voice our feeling the way we should. So that can translate in violence. So what I do, I work with these young people, give them a platform where they can voice their opinion, where they feel safe to speak about things they are going through, where they can be vulnerable, where we can sit down together and find solution to our problems as individuals. And sometimes our cultures is something that we need to implement in every aspect of our lives, because the way I can relate to a child that look like me would be very difficult for a Caucasian person to relate to that child, because culturally we are not synchronized, we are not in line. You will understand why I eat certain things, why I speak a certain way, why I sit down a certain way, why I kneel down to greet my elders. You want to understand that? So some children get teased because they call the elders auntie or uncle. So
you also, we were talking about digital. Do you think, how can we protect the dark side, the young people from the dark side of internet? I mean, all the things that we can find, violence and everything that can, you know, not help them to grow up?
Well, I think it's a conscious decision that we need to take between institution and the family, because the first teachers are the parents. So they need, we work with the parents to help them to understand certain measures that need to be in place. And also most of those websites have parental control, depending on the age of the child or children at home. So we speak at length about that. And in the UK, we have the Data Protection Act, that is really good. It protects us and it also protects other entities. So that also we implement in our training to let them know certain things you don't need to watch, or the parents or even the internet providers have some security measures where they can prevent them to look at certain websites. And also we have campaign about protecting your vibes, we call it. What it means is that your mind is a very powerful thing. The thing that you watch, the thing that you listen to, they have the ability to impact your life. So they know what to watch and what not to watch. Do they do it? To a certain extent, yes. But like everything else, people need time to transition.
Did Yelah inspire some organization here in Africa?
Yes, I am working in partnership with Era 92, which is in Uganda. They have a program that called Elevate. It's a program where we train young people to become independent financially by providing coding or ICT course where they can become website builders and all sort of things. So we do that together, and also we have a feeding program that called Feed Kosovo. We do that together in Nigeria. I work with ADLIF, which is another organization that teach people about illegal migration, the risk of it, how we can make Africa more appealing to us so that we can stay at home. It's not everywhere we have challenges. So they need to know that. Like, I have both views. I live in the West, I grew up in the West, and I also live in the so-called third world country. So if I come to you, I say, I spent 3 years without a job, you will say, because I'm lazy. No, I wasn't lazy, I was underqualified. It's just that I couldn't find a job for 3 years. I have to explain to them, it's not as rosy as you think it is. There are challenges.
You think now in UK, for example, the diaspora, the African diaspora, starts to return in Africa and help and build build an African organization to make a change for Africa?
Yeah, of course. Now this is the best time to invest in Africa. This is the best time to come back home. This is the best time to have the investors in for our own benefit. Because, I don't know if you know, I believe you do, we have the Brexit, which is leave us like not to the left, not to the right, but in a neutral ground, and in the middle, there's what we call uncertainty. We don't know what is going on. So it's the best time now. Like if you look at Rwanda, Nigeria, Ghana, we have a lot of people that move back home, or if they're still in the West, they have quite a few investment back home because it's good, money coming back. There's a lot of decrease in the economy now in Europe because everybody's scared to invest because they don't know what is going on. So the best thing to do is invest the money home.
My last question, what you expected from this Africa Youth as Student Summit?
Implementation. We have to implement everything that we have learned. It's very important. We can sit down, give lectures after lectures, but if there is no implementation, I won't say we're wasting our time, but we do ourselves a disservice. We need to work towards put our mouth where our money is, or put our money where our mouth is. It's a partnership. It takes me, you, the government, and the public to get that done.
Thank you, Merline Handfield Ulysse, founder, director manager of Yelah. Hope you have a good time here during this Africa Student and Youth Summit, and also in our country, Morocco.
J'adore le Maroc. Merci beaucoup. C'est mon
Merci.
plaisir.